What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to KvltDeFi. This is a channel where we bring you the latest and greatest in innovations in tech in decentralized finance, more specifically on Pulse Chain, but even more specifically in the DevJacob ecosystem on Pulse Chain. And now that brings us onto two chains consistently. So thanks very much, everyone, for joining me. Did you like that video? Comment, let me see. Let me see who liked that video. Let me know if there was sound also, actually, because I think it's the first time I played that video as an intro. So I just want to let you know. Who have we got in the house so far? Wow, where's this go? Hey, been in there for a while. Been waiting for 2 hours. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. We got Owen. Thanks for the follow, Wookie. Yeah, Wookie the Blade is everywhere. Look at this. We got Wookie the Blade. We got Wookie on the spot. Wookie is sharpening his blades, silent and deedly. Wookie's around all the time. This is great. Look, we got Wookie on the spot here. We got Wookie the syndicate capo. There's only one thing more deadly than a Wookie, and that's two Wookiees. So there you go. And yeah, hey, the Salamancas, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks very much. I hope you're watching yesterday. Your competition yesterday was on, and it was great. And actually, here he is right now. And you're right, that is a dope video. Thank you very much, Archie, for all that. That was great. PUSDxALGO Nation, cool. Hey, that's Bob Tiller. Anyone that wasn't around yesterday, have a look on YouTube for the video stream that I did yesterday with Bob. There was a hell of a lot of information on there. Really nice guy. We spoke an awful lot about the family, what they're doing, future plans. We'll be going into some of the initiatives that he himself has brought to us as well. So yeah. So tonight really is about basically all of the projects, right? All of the projects that we have on our ecosystem, including Signum, right, which is the new Oracle. So we'll get to all of that. What else we got? Yeah, great vid. Yes, sound perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I actually have all of the videos that Archie has been doing so far, the ones that the gearheads have been doing and all that sort of stuff. And I think for these weekly streams, I like to do the intros as those videos because there's a lot of them. And as we keep moving on, there'll be more and more to come out. Yeah, so there's a lot happening in our world, ladies and gentlemen. There's really a lot happening in our world. There's some pretty cool things happening, I have to say. I really have to say there's some pretty cool things happening. If you are watching us not on YouTube, if you're here because of Twitch or if you're here because of X, thanks very much. Please like, subscribe, follow me for all the stuff that we do. Basically, here on KvltDeFi, we really like to talk about Jacob ecosystem projects because those are the ones that we really value the tech the most. I mean, a lot of people say, you know, oh, in it for the tech, in it for the tech. It's like kind of funny because really we're all in here to make money, right? But really, some of the tech, I have to say, I say it a bit tongue in cheek sometimes. If there's anybody here that doesn't know, I say it a bit tongue in cheek sometimes, but secretly I kind of mean it. I mean, it's our dev is better than your dev. Like, look at the stuff that we've got going, you know. It's just a fact. I think it's just a fact. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of other projects come to our dev and ask for, you know, maybe some advice, maybe some help, all that kind of stuff. And because, you know, he seems to be a pretty cool guy, he offers it and he gives us, and basically we're trying to elevate the entire game, right? I mean, and when I say the game, I mean our little corner of Pulse Chain, and therefore Pulse Chain on the larger. So look, who else we got? We got Hexpim. Hey, how you doing? What have I missed? You have missed an awesome introduction video, which we'll be showing you again at some point. Here we got questions. Salma, is that video available to download so I can use promote? It's on the Telegrams. It's in the Telegram chats. If you just go into Telegram and then search media, you'll see Archie's putting them all up there. But there is something which we'll be going through on this stream, which I think is probably going to be news to a few people. And it's pretty freaking awesome, I have to say. Really, this is going to be a great stream. So just be prepared. There's a lot of cool stuff happening. And here we go. Wookie really is everywhere. Wookie really is everywhere, right? So we got Wookie the Blade, we got Wookie the Syndicate Capo, and what was the other one? The Wookie on the Spot. So Wookie's in a lot of places. And as we know from yesterday's stream, when we had the OGs on, Wookie's he's sharpening his blades. He's gunning. He's going to start gunning for people. That's pretty cool. Who else have we got? Someone just joined. Lord Monty smiled. Evening, Tommy lad. Evening, matey. Waiting to hear what's coming. Yes, there's lots of coming. Okay, first, I want to talk about this. Okay, Signum. Signum is really the first decentralized oracle on Pulse Chain. It was developed by the Tetra Labs team, Stu. Really, it's a fork of Teller, right? So anyone that doesn't know exactly how these things work, go and have a look at Teller. But really, an oracle, what it basically is, it's a way to get external data into the blockchain and make sure that it's 100% correct. So if you're pulling data, match numbers, match results, or game results, or in some cases prices, right? An oracle basically provides the way to do that, and it has to be something that you trust, right? Think Chainlink, right? Best in class, right? They're just best in class. People really trust the information that comes out of Chainlink because they're best in class. So hopefully now, Signum is going to be up there too. At the moment, it's in testnet, right? Even though testnet is on mainnet. So if you are tech savvy, and you want to try and help out with some of these reporting, you can. I was actually talking to Jacob about this because I'm not that tech savvy when it comes to this type of thing. I'm running these reports because you need to set up like a virtual machine and have it all done. And I'm not sure how much monitoring needs to be done on it. But when I was talking to Jacob about it, it's probably not just for everyone. For example, if you think, okay, I'll just set this thing up and I'll just get yield and yield and yield and yield or whatever, that might not be the best way. So really do your homework. Jump into the Signum Telegram chat, ask any questions you want in there and see what the guys do. But if it's a thing you do want to test it out, right, here is a faucet. You go to the main page, which is testfaucet.signum.run. You go there and you can claim, just by putting in your wallet address, you can claim the 75,000 Signum test tokens. Bear in mind, they are test tokens. What is the URL for this? Yes, okay, so it's testfaucet.signum.run. Actually, I'll just pop it in the chat here for you guys to have a look. Yeah, okay, so you can go and actually literally just have a look at that. Here we go. We got Fast Abdul in the house. There could be Signum yield farming until okay, there you go. Thanks very much for joining, Abdul. Yeah, so we're just telling people, yeah, go over. You can claim these tokens. These are just testnet tokens, guys. They're clearly they're not worth anything, so don't be, don't get hoodwinked into buying anything off a DEX or anything. But yeah, go and have a look. There was a very, very good walkthrough video that was done by Neil for T-Shares. I think it's about a week old now. So you can go Neil for T-Shares. I think most of you guys, if you don't know who he is, go and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Very clever guy, does a lot of stuff with Tetra. And Tetra is a protocol very close to my heart. I think Tetra is going to go places. I really do. Yeah, so you can go and mess around with that, have a look, and if it's something that really does, interest you, then you can. We can see here, look, made with love by Team Pulse Mafia, and it's sponsored by Pulse Mafia and Tetra, right? There's a few videos going up now talking about this. Here we go. Abdul saying, I will trade, I'll show this. Abdul saying, I will trade you 2 testnet tokens for 1 mainnet token. Yeah. See, have you supply, Abdul? Have you? Yeah, look, we know when we need this oracle. This oracle is going to be so useful for us for basically the casino projects that we have. It's going to be so useful for us, not only on there, it's going to be so useful for us when it comes to the Mafia game, right? You think about all the RNG variables that are in Mafia. It's going to be absolutely massive for us, right? And I actually think we're going to put a hell of a lot of traffic through Signum, to be perfectly honest. Really, a hell of a lot. Actually, really a hell of a lot. So if it's something that you want to get behind, I mean, go and show those guys support anyway, because right now they need it, because it's still very early stages. Get the name out there, show everyone what's going on. The other faucet, sorry, the other oracle that we were, oh, and just one last thing, this faucet is Jacob's faucet, right? Because, you know, Jacob has used the faucet many, many times over, at the start of Pulse chain all the way through. So the faucets work, and there you go. So that's made with love from Jacob. I don't know. Oh yeah, fingers crossed. Yes. So that's something that really, look at that, support that. The other oracle that we were waiting for, which didn't come out at the moment, was Fetch, right? That was by the Liquid Loans guys. I'm not really sure what's happening with that. I haven't looked actually what's happened with Fetch in a while. I don't really mess around in their telegrams too much. So saying that, I just don't know. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I want to, well, we're going to move on now into our projects, really. I want to show something, right? Someone was asking me about a month ago regarding the casinos, because we remember that the plan was going to be that there was going to be another deployment towards the end of this year. It was either going to be on Arbitrum or Radix, and also at the same time we had the news that we're going to be rebranding everything to onchain.bet. So it'll basically be every casino project that we have will be just under a complete new branding. That, when I told you guys about 3 weeks ago, no matter how much BNBP or PLSP or predict tokens that you have, you don't have enough. I meant it. Sorry, my mouse is going a little bit crazy here. I meant it. You do not have enough. In my opinion, you don't have enough of these tokens. There are some really big things happening. So think about it. And also, I want to show then, I want to show this. This was this kind of surprised me. I'd say it kind of surprised me, but it shows some real value, right? So I was having a look around on BNB Pot the other day. BNB Pot been around for a long time now, and I remember the roulette tables were really going crazy, right? People using them all the time. People absolutely loving the protocol. As we started to launch all of our other various protocols along the way, some of this, you know, kind of fell to the wayside. And I remember, I think it was Crypto Pride. Crypto Pride used to do streams, and at the end of his streams, he would actually play roulette. In his chat, people would pick a color, red or black, and if the person won, then he would share some of the winnings with them, something like that. That's kind of the way it was running. And we noticed, because these roulette tables are NFTs and they're owned by the community, a lot of the liquidity on certain tables was actually really quite low, and people were talking about it. People were getting a little bit worried about it, I think, at one stage. But I just want to show you, I noticed the other day, look at the liquidity on the BNBP table, right? $106,000 worth of liquidity. That's 356,500 BNBP. 356,000 BNBP is currently available on that table, right? These casino projects ain't going anywhere, guys. They're not going anywhere. This is massive. This is massive. This is really cool. This is really big. So I would not be, man, that's a lot of liquidity for one table. So whoever that is, and do you know what I think that is, right? So that is definitely obviously by the owner of this table, community member, someone who probably sacrificed because they have a hell of a lot of tokens. What they're trying to do, because this table by far has the highest liquidity, right? So I think how this works is basically they're kind of forcing people, anyone who wants to play, they're kind of forcing people to buy the BNBP token, right, in order to play the game on that, in order to be able to chance to do that. I think that's very smart. I think that's very smart. So I will get rid of that, and yeah, I think that is really cool. That for me was really, really very surprising, actually. Yeah, and so Hex Token here is just saying owners need to promote their roulette tables. I completely agree. But what a better way to promote your roulette table than to stick $100,000 worth of liquidity in? I think that's great. I think that's awesome, actually. Yeah, so that was BNB pot, right? Something else which is really cool. Did anyone the other day catch the Corey Costa and Randy Halarski stream? They were talking about Signum and the Oracle and that sort of stuff, but they also spoke about. Sorry, I need to change that view again. It defaults back to the main screen, but I like that one. They were talking about Signum and they were talking about oracles and that sort of stuff. And Randy brought up PulsePot. He brought up PulsePot as an example of a project that really needs the oracle, and that's why it needs the oracle to function. We know we need the oracle so we can bring in new games, right? Because we have games ready. For example, that roulette we were just looking at, right? That roulette, obviously, Chainlink are dealing with all the RNG stuff for us over there. So once we have this oracle really up in place, then we can start to bring these other games in, right? The roulette, for example, roulette it was really, really, really popular game, like a really, really popular game. But I'm not going to take any credit for this, but I have been saying for weeks, buy more PLSP, buy more BNBP. Because you need to fill your bags because the on-chain.bet is coming, the Oracle's coming, new games are coming, blah, 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 blah. And we saw basically it was kind of really based off of Randy's stream. But look what happened. Look what happened. Look at that. Look at that. That was 40% up. 40% up in I think it was like 26 hours or something. 40% up. Now, that could be because Randy was promoting us to his people. If it was, thank you, Randy. Just make sure the name stays out there for a bit. It could be because Signum is here now and people are conscious of the fact that we're going to start using the Oracle to start bringing on the new games. Or it could be just because the appetite is there now and people are starting to, think sentiment is starting to change in the markets. People are starting to get a bit happier. I think we had one update today, right, or yesterday, across all the Pulse platform, which is up, and people are really happy about it. So yeah, up 40%. I hope you guys look. We can see there's a bit of a dip here now. I hope you guys are buying this dip because it's up and up from here. We have so much stuff going on. I'm having a mouse breakdown over here. I think I need to charge it, but we will endeavor. We will continue to get through this. Yeah. So that was PulsePot, right? So the BNB pot liquidity. I'm still quite shocked by it. I'm surprised that it sort of came out of nowhere, really, because it wasn't that long ago. That liquidity wasn't there. But hey, it's pretty cool from Ram sitting. Let's have a look here. So we got more people in the chat now. Yes, Mafia is a killer app for Signum. It really is, right? Just think about how many transactions that go through that need the RNG. It's pretty much nearly everything that happens in the game, right? It's nearly everything that happens in the game needs the RNG function. Going to do great things. I can tell you one more thing, okay, regarding Signum. I don't have a confirmed date yet, but I was talking to Stu last week, or I was chatting to Stu on Thursday or Friday, and we are going to stream together to talk about Signum, and specifically to talk about how Signum is going to be useful for our platforms, right? So I'm hoping we'll probably be streaming, I would say probably next week. This is kind of a full week. So hopefully that'll be next week. So thanks very much, Stu, if you're out there listening to this. We'll try and make sure that's a pretty cool one, because I really want to know kind of the ins and outs of Signum myself, to try and see exactly how it's all going to be working. I think it's fantastic. Wookie also has a faucet that does more than just raise a waterfall. Okay. What else we got? So we got Moondog. Hey, love and light, brother. Thanks very much for being here. So it was you yesterday when I was on with Bob Tilla. I remember you were the one saying this. Those lower level items on Mafia people should be really, just hoovering them up, because we really don't know the full value of them as yet. And we'll go into that as well a bit later on in this stream. Superman says owners need to promote their roulette tables. They do. I think that once, and I actually said this even when it was still Thank You CZ, and it wasn't even Mafia. I was saying when that comes out and the market starts to do, when we start to see a bull market, then I think BNB pot is going to start flying. Obviously now we know on-chain is coming too. On-chain is coming too, so it's just even more and more and more. It's more and more constantly. Smash the like button, hit subscribe. Yes, please do that. I will actually put this banner up here so you can see. So yes, like, subscribe. It doesn't matter where you're watching me from. Like the other channels too, please. It all helps me along. If you are watching this on X, please do us all a favor and do a quick search, hashtag Mafia, and repost, comment on some of those the posts that we have. There are about 10 to 15, in some days even more, posts going out on the regular every single day regarding this. We are starting to see a hell of a lot more people liking and subscribing, a lot of people commenting. I'm getting a lot of DMs from it, actually. I'm actually getting a lot of those those scam promotion DMs about it. At stages they want to promote the project and all this sort of stuff. But technically, yeah, I know they're a scam. Don't worry, I'm not going to engage with any of them. But that's still a positive sign for us, right? It's the DMs are coming through all the time now. It's multiples every day. And at the end of the day, that means that they're seeing what we're doing. So it is working, right? Everything's going the right direction, guys. So yes, like, subscribe, share everything to do with Mafia, share everything to do with every project, actually every post that comes up, if you can. We're going to get into Mafia in a few minutes, but I just want to say, really, I'm actually having a look. I've got so many notes. I've got 2 pages of notes here. There's a lot of stuff coming. There's really a lot of stuff coming. We've got what? We've got BNB pot, Pulse pot. Then we got the 2 Mafias. We've got PUSDxALGO. PUSDxALGO, look, we know that it's a sacrifice project. We know that not everyone likes sacrifice projects. The thing is, everyone in the Pulse-chain family do like sacrifice projects. You do, because you're here, because you sacrifice for Pulse or PulseX or any of the ones, Liquid Loan, Pulse pot, blah, blah, blah. You did that already, right? So we know it. But I will put my hand on my heart and I will say, I know I'm the same with you. We have a bit of sacrifice fatigue, I think. I think there's been a lot of non-performers in the space. I think that's why I think we're a little bit sacrifice shy, because there's been a lot of non-performers so far. There's still projects that were sacrificed that are just starting to come out, right? God knows if they're, how they're going to go. But I will say, and I'll say it again, getting an algorithmic stablecoin right really is one of the biggest innovations in all of crypto. It just is. And Jacob and team believe that they have solved the algorithmic stablecoin problem. We know that they have the ability. We know they have the skill. We know they have the, they have the tech, because there was already a prototype running, right? And it worked. It will happen. The project is really going to happen. I won't. Okay, I'll throw my own guess to this, right? It's taken a bit of time, but I would say we're probably, 80%. It's happening. It's happening, and it'll happen this market for sure. The other 20%, the only reason I say 80 and not 100, because I don't know, because I'm not in the mind of Jacob, right? But I would say do it, go for it. What else we got here? Hex token, I'm doing a show on Mafia in 8 hours. Wow. So are you changing your times up, or are you doing the title next stuff and you're doing Mafia as a separate one? Cool. In 8 hours, that'll be morning time for me. I will be on there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, mate. Hit the button of working. Yes, it does need to drop, but you know what they say: don't rush perfection. Also in this market, look, everything is just dropping. Everything is dropping. There's a lot of stuff happening. Oh my god. What we got? PUSDxALGO is kind of a beta. Yeah, it is. It's, if we think about the sheer importance of the project, not you know, it's the importance of the thing, right? It's getting a real stablecoin right. It's launching it on Pulse-Chain as a native Pulse-Chain project. You know, I use the terminology all the time. It has the ability to be a flagship product for Pulse-Chain, and it absolutely has the ability to be a project that will be forked out of Pulse-Chain onto other chains. That in itself is the best fucking marketing that we could ever have. It's just the best marketing that we could ever have. And yes, you have sacrifice fatigue. Yes, all the prices are down across the board on everything, right? It's, I mean, like even Randy was saying, yes, there's money to be made in the market, but a lot of people are just buying in diamond handy needs bags. They're not LPing, so they're just watching. They're just watching their funds go down and down and down, price wise. But everything that goes down comes back up, especially the big important stuff, and it's going to happen. We're going to get there. We are, RH again. RH Max says, the Pulse-Chain community wants nothing more than to win. We deserve a win. We're going to get a win, and we have some amazing builders building amazing stuff, which will help us get there. Right? That's exactly what Mafia is. It's something else completely. It's huge. So the combination, Mafia, the casino projects, right? That's basically all entertainment taken care of between those ones, right? That's all entertainment taken care of. And then we have, somewhere where you can actually earn real money with stable coins. Superman is saying it's the second show for today. Good stuff. Why don't you have Ali on your channel, Superman? Doing this for you. Ali's a good guy. And he's all over his Titan stuff and Dragon X and all this. I haven't really looked at it that much, to be honest, but I mean, I will at some stage. Yes, we need it before the bull. I agree, or at least we need it before the end of the bull, right? Because we want somewhere to put those stable coins, so we can actually put them to work during the bear market. That's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. It's going to be a bear market play for me, so it'll come by then, and we should see great things. We really should. Let's see here. Okay, so I mean, Mafia is the gift that just keeps on giving. So you guys that were with me yesterday, I had Bob Till on, and here we go. So what does Dommy Lad say? Dommy Lad says PUSDxALGO will be our safe harbor in stormy seas. I like that. That should go on a t-shirt. Stick it on a t-shirt. Mafia is the gift that keeps on giving, right? So we've in Mafia now. Anyone that doesn't know, over on BNB Mafia, an initiative by Bob Tildahon, who is the capo of the OG. So he's basically the #1 player on BNB Mafia, in the #1 family over on BNB Mafia. He has started an initiative called the Mad King, right? We'll bring up some screens in a bit, but the Mad King, basically what it is a player who accepts donations of inventory items, and those inventory items get auctioned off, and 100% of the generated money from the auction is used to buy and burn Mafia, right? So technically, Mafia is becoming deflationary over on BNB. It's a great little initiative. People really like it. Actually, I will bring up the screen. I will. Because I think last week there was like the first initial block of items that went up. The initial items that went up, and this week is the second lot of items that are going up. So let me just share my screen again. So if we have a look-see here, so we can see here, if we just start to scroll down a bit, you can see, so there's a bunch of different things all at auction. Again, the prices that were on the first auction, I think Archie Capone, Archie got a level 10 Sam, which is the offensive bodyguard, a level 10 Sam. You got it for like $50, like $50. It's cheap as hell. There's a bunch of other things as well. People were able to buy stuff for like $2, $3, $8, $10 on pretty decent items, right? So as the Mad King starts to get rolling, it's basically up to us. Obviously it's an auction, right? But it's basically up to us what we want to help to donate to burn Mafia token. I think there was 604,000 Mafia tokens over on BNB was burnt on the first lot of sales. And now on this one, we can see that the prices are a little bit higher. So we've got a game OG. I know that people are selling those for around $90. Yeah, about $90 to $100 over on Pulse. And we can see here that, look, this is opening bid is going to be $30. Going to have to be $30. So you can really snap these things up. So there's still 2 days and 18 hours for this to go on this section. And it's going to go up from there. Look at this, 7,000 bullet tranche for $25. If you get it, if you get it, you get it. I think that's great. If you get it, you get it. If you get it, you get it, right? So look, health 300 for going for $20, a level 6 for $15. Look, a $450,000 car, which is at the second highest level car, opening bid is going to be $10. You can really pick up some absolute steals here. Absolute steals. Helper credits, 2,500 helper credits. Opening bid has to be $5. Right? People should be absolutely cleaning up with this, right? Because you never know what these things are going to be priced at further down the line, right? You never know. You never know. And there was one other thing which I saw today. Just 1 second, guys. There's one thing which I saw today, right? We know that we have the Mafia Wiki, right? We're always talking about the Mafia Wiki. We all love looking at the Mafia Wiki, all the rest of it. But there's another little initiative which has been put up, which I love this community, guys. I love this community. I love this community, and I want to show something. Right, there is a new website. Up. I'll share it in here. See if you guys recognize this at all. www.mafiahq.com. Do you know what that is? That is an initiative by Archie. It's a website by Archie, which is basically the one-stop shop onboarding tool that you need, right? I think this is hands down worth a clap. Well done, Archie. Really well done, Archie. This basically, if you want to onboard anyone, if you want to explain to anyone what Mafia is, yes, you have the website. Yes, you can show them the marketplace and all the rest of it. But if we're talking about playing the game, if you want to explain to people really how the game works and how to play, how to use it as a player, this is what it's about. And because it's so cool, I had to bring Archie up. I had to include him on this stream. So where are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Colt?
How you doing, Archie? Hey,
good, man. Glad to be here.
Thanks very much for joining me. I know this was a bit last minute for you, but when I saw this website, I thought, okay, we have to discuss it. We just have to.
Oh no, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's all good. I would have actually had it out over this is last weekend's project. and I would have had it out, but I was having some issues, and I was hoping to get more content in it. But I figured I'd just go ahead and release it just to make it useful now and start collecting feedback and make modifications over time. So hopefully it's useful to folks. That's the intent.
It absolutely is. We'll bring it up in a minute, and we'll actually be able to walk through it with everyone.
Awesome.
But yeah, but hey, thank you again for participating yesterday with Bobchilla. It was a bit of good crack in the chat. I thought it was good fun.
Oh man, yeah, that was a great stream too. I actually posted that up again in Telegram just because I thought Bob did a really good job, and we need more people doing what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, the interview of the week sort of thing. I'm going to try and keep to it, so we can hopefully we'll be able to cycle through all of the families. Anyone that that is listening, reach out to me. You're more than welcome to jump on stream if you got something interesting to say. I will absolutely happily listen. And we saw from yesterday's banter going back and forward, it's a good bit of fun. It brings us all together a little bit. I think a little bit more. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
your guys in the chat were killing it. I thought it was good fun. Hey, we got even Superman's in here now. All hail the director at Dawn of Dawn's Archie for another awesome initiative. Boom. Yes, it is an awesome initiative. It really is.
Mad shout out to the best conciliary in the game. Might I add?
The Dawn of Dawn. You got Wookiees all over the place.
There he is. You never know where Wookiee's at.
He's here with three different accounts. Or I think one of the accounts is on Twitch. So thanks very much. If you are watching on Twitch, thanks. Cool. I need to bring up this website, man. You say
let's do it.
You say this. You didn't have much time to do it, but there's 21 chapters in here, Archie.
Well, I had 3 days. Well, 2.5, I think. So yeah, tried to pull it together pretty quick.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it literally, I'll put the website in there. It's at mafia-hq.com. Is basically like how to play the game wiki.
Yeah, so really, so I get it. One of the things I'll say about this is that I've been very, very fortunate as a Don to have really good people in our family, right? I get a lot of really good advice from people throughout the family and good ideas and that kind of thing. And in particular, Max Payne and Superman, I talk to those guys all the time, and they know an awful lot. They have a lot of really good ideas and suggestions, and I might not act on them immediately, but I always keep them in the back of my mind. And they just said some things over the past month, really kind of planted some seeds, and I tried to coalesce all of that together in this, right? So what we're seeing right here is the field guide, is the Mafia field guide, right? So I think there's 21 chapters in there right now. And I tried to keep it more linear than what the wiki is. So I think the wiki is absolutely fantastic, and it really serves as the basis for this. That's obviously where all the content comes in. But what I wanted to do with this is make it very readable. So this is actually at about the 3rd or 4th grade reading level. Wanted to put some interactive stuff in here, like different video clips from different Mafia movies, just to kind of make it a little bit more immersive. And then appeal to gamers and both crypto people. So that's what we're seeing here on this first page. So that's really the thought process behind the field guide here. But if you go up, Colt, and click on the field guide, mastering the game up at the very top, you'll see other sections in there.
Another drop down. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the very first. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. Which one do you want me to press from here?
So if you want to click on the quick start guide first. So really the idea behind that, this is just a 1-page. So if it's a TLDR, so if you don't have time to get into the actual field guide, this is the field guide compressed into 1 page. So
nice.
Yeah, so the intent here is just to make it a really easy onboarding tool. So if somebody wants to copy and paste this into like an X article, all of the key things to get started in the game are on this page. The next piece is the field guide, which is what we were looking at previously. So if you go back up to that,
Yeah.
so there's the field guide. And again, that goes through all of the mechanics as we know them in the game so far in a very simplified way. The intent was to make this consumable for people. And I'll be adding and modifying this over time. But all of the key elements of the game should be in the field guide. And the other thing in the field guide too that you'll notice is that, like on this page, there's a little box there. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. So if you want to join a family, it takes you to the join a family page, and so you can select which chain you want to join on. So if you pop that open, if you go into BNB or the Pulse side.
I have, yeah. It's loading
Taking
slowly.
a second, yeah.
Don't ask me why. Oh yeah, you got all the families.
Yeah, so if you click on any of those families there's a little menu that will pop up there. So if you click on the families, all of those are formatted in a common way. So you can see the city, which networks they're on, whether they're on BNB chain, Pulse chain, or both. The member share, which I may take that piece out of it because that's going to be so variable, it'll be hard to keep up to date. But we've got our recruitment portal. So you can jump into our Telegram recruitment center, or into our Discord side. We've got a sub-site within the Hex Token Discord, which Superman was nice enough to open up for us. So that's it for that. I mean, that's basically the overall structure that we have for every single family. Actually, just the top 10 families, the ones that are most active from each chain, but you'll find those on both chains. So it will make it very easy for people just to, if they don't know about a particular family, or what families are even out there, which ones are actually recruiting, they can come here and find all that information.
Wow, that's great. And so how much input are the other families giving you in order to put this together?
Well, actually none right now. There's some level of artistic license here just to come up with storylines and that kind of thing. But again, one of the reasons for releasing this now is just to start collecting feedback. So obviously if Bob Tilla and Lucky from the OGs or whoever are interested in modifying this in some way or providing input, they're welcome to. Same thing with the Salamancas and anybody else for that matter, Gearheads, obviously. They might have thoughts. I do retain editorial rights because I do want everything to have the same look and feel. So I wouldn't just take a copy and paste from somebody and put it in here. But I would definitely be interested in feedback on how we can modify this to better reflect what they would like.
No, cool. I'm trying to click on the next page. There's something happening. My laptop's having a meltdown. Or I think it's the mouse. I think I need to charge the mouse again. Yeah, so I'm actually trying to load the next one, like training ground.
Okay. Yeah, the training ground, this section is still very much under development, but the idea here is this is going to be more of an interpretation of game mechanics, not necessarily speaking to the game mechanics themselves. So the only thing in here right now, I think if you're able to click on the elite loadouts, this was a suggestion by Superman. I wanted to come up with different gear kits that basically people can, if you're not familiar with the game, you're not familiar with different play styles. I know Bob Tilla was talking yesterday about having, when you guys were talking yesterday, you were speaking about, you might have offensive profiles or defensive profiles or economic profiles. Each one of those kits, those are just potential recommended kits that somebody could refer to, and maybe they want to purchase everything off the marketplace. So if you click into one of those kits, it will show everything that you could get with that kit, and then there's also a link to the marketplace that you can just jump right into and buy those things if you'd like to.
Yeah, perfect. I'm trying to. Something went wrong. Just bear with me one sec. But yeah, yes, I absolutely. Actually, this is absolutely great. This is really great.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I want to make sure my primary intent with this is number one, to be useful for the community, and then in particular focused on onboarding to make that process a lot easier for everybody. Because the one thing that we need more than anything else is just for more families to come in and more people to join the game and that kind of thing. So hopefully this can move us in that direction. The other aspect of this is I want it to be a useful tool for everybody, right? I mean, people that have been around for a long time. There's a marketing section in there. So if for those that are able to jump into the site, that marketing section is subdivided into 3 components. So the first is on YouTube. Oh, so here are the possible.
Yeah, sorry, it's just decided to open now. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good.
But this is cool. So the Sicario assassin loadout. The focus is precision strikes and stealth. Runs you through different weapons. The stuff that this basically runs you through everything that you would need
exactly
to be a success. Man,
just a kit, if somebody that's coming to the game that doesn't really know anything, this is one avenue, probably among obviously many combinations that they could look at. But they could refer to this and say, okay, this is a good starting point. I'll pick up these items and then go from there.
Wow. Oh yeah. The Smuggler King.
Yeah.
Contraband specialist loadout.
Yeah, this is, again, I have to give Superman props for this. He was like, this would really appeal to gamers, like giving those packages or those kits names.
Yeah.
So that's what we try to do here, just to make it more marketable, make it more consumable, and more appealing just in general.
That is awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it. And the other thing too, I wanted to point out here, I think if you're able to click on the tools section there, Colt.
Yep.
Hopefully that comes up. So this is something that we had internal.
Wiki extract.
Yeah, man. So I wrote a web scraping script very early on that basically scrapes the entire wiki, all of the text out of that in about 5 seconds or something. So that's what we've got here. So we've got those in JSON and TXT format. So if somebody's interested in pulling one of these down, you can load this into an LLM, a large language model like ChatGPT or Claude AI or something to that effect, and get a lot of really good responses very quick out of that. So another way, and the other thing too is I might enable, if there's a lot of good feedback and then people find this site useful, I might enable AI search within the Mafia HQ site, which is really just a Gitbook site, but I might enable that. So because these files are out there, it would be able to reference these files as well, in addition to all of the other content on the site, and give more comprehensive answers than just using a traditional search.
Actually, this is something else, man.
Well, thanks, man.
This is really something else. Really, I like this. I think I'm going to have to do. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a video which goes through all of this. And then that can be, and then that can be broken down into clips per section, and there you go, boom. Got easy video content too. Okay, perfect. I know what I'm doing for the next few days.
Yeah, if you jump, I don't know if do you have a few minutes still?
Yes, of course, man.
Yeah, if you can jump back up into the overall menu, if you click on Training Ground there, it should bring it up. But I will probably be modifying this because it doesn't display well on mobile. But if you click into
marketing content,
let's go to the marketing content. The official links are pretty straightforward. Yeah. So here, I did a couple of pretty simple things, but the first thing this is subdivided into 3 parts. So we've got YouTube content. So if people are interested in finding videos on Mafia, all they have to do is click on YouTube content where it says search results. That will launch you into the polls tube, and that's pre-filtered on all Mafia content. So you'll find a ton of your videos out there, a ton of Super's videos out there. Everybody else that has done any YouTube content on Mafia, you'll find that there. Additionally, we've got the YouTube content creators, the primary ones that are active right now. As far as I know, that's you and Super. So I put those up there. Anybody else that regularly streams, I would be happy to add you out there. But I wouldn't do that to just somebody that creates like a one-off video or created videos 2 months ago on it or something, just to keep it relevant.
That's cool. I love the PUSDtube guys and what they're doing. I think it's great.
It's such a fantastic tool, and I think a lot of people forget about it. So that's why I really wanted to leverage it here, because it made sense and it's great, and it helps kind of put it in the forefront of people's minds as well.
That is phenomenal. That's phenomenal stuff.
Thanks, man. There's 2 other sections in there. One is on X content. So if you click into that one, you can actually see all of the major X content creators for Mafia. So you can see that their content load up on the screen. You can click into them, you can follow, you can like. It makes it really easy to help support the community. I really do encourage people to jump into there and participate. This is, instead of like flipping through Twitter and trying to find things, we've got all, as far as I know, and again, looking for feedback. If somebody is creating content and for Mafia that I'm not aware of, I don't have you listed out here, I'd be happy to push you in here. But if you click on one of those, you can click on yourself there. It should bring up all your tweets. It might take a second to load, but anyway, that's out there. Lastly, oh, there we go. Yeah, it'll just take a second to load. Anyway, that's out there. The last thing is the community marketing materials. This is where I'm going to make available all of the Mafia related content that I make, at least all of the good stuff. And I've got, I mean, honestly, probably 5,000 images created right now. I'm not going to put all of those out there, but I'm going to clean a lot of them up, the good ones anyway. So if people want to reuse that stuff, that'll be out there. So I'll have that in PNG and SVG formats.
Yeah, that's great. I'm looking at it here. It's open on one screen. It's not open on the other one yet. But yeah, so in that community marketing material, so you got Mafia, people, scenes, family branding, the whole lot. Yeah,
there's like the official logos are out there. Those are both in SVG and PNG formats to make them really easy to use. And I'll have that broken down. I'm actually going to probably replace the sections as are listed right now, and then just basically have a Google Drive that people will be able to publicly access and pull down materials if they need, just to make content creation very, very quick and easy for folks. I'm a big fan of stealing and reusing from others, especially in coding. So I try to follow that same kind of pattern here.
That's great. That's great. Hey, this was a very nice little surprise, actually. Really, it's actually not such a little surprise. This is quite a big undertaking. You've really done well.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
It's full on.
Yeah, I had no intent of doing something like this until I was messing around with some other things. I think last Friday or Saturday night, and I was like, you know what? So I just started looking into this, and I just started doing it. I was like, well, it makes sense. I think there's a need. So hopefully people find it useful. And again, really interested in feedback from the community to help make this more useful for everybody. So
it's perfect. Perfect. I was just before I had this stream, just before I started this stream, I had a phone call with Jacob.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did.
The man himself.
I did, the man himself. We have a bit of news, right? A bit of news. Obviously, can't share a lot of stuff, but I wanted to explain a bit about the exchange. It came up on stream yesterday. A lot of people have been speculating, going back and forward in telegrams and stuff like that. So I asked for really a bit of clarification on the whole thing. Sure. And I can say, so really what the exchange is, when the exchange level goes live, that's how people can put in their Mafia and exchange it for their in-game stuff. And that's how they can exchange their in-game stuff into Mafia to bridge it out effectively. It's basically a bridge, right? And bridging in and out of the game. But when that goes live, when that section goes live, that is basically when the LPs and stuff for bullets and health goes live.
That is really exciting. That's, you
Yeah.
know, when he pushed the update earlier today, and I saw in on I don't know if it's the out of game inventory. I can't, maybe the wallet inventory. I saw bullets and health out there that weren't previously. So I thought
Hmm.
maybe that might be happening, but yeah, that's great news. That is great
Yeah,
news.
yeah. So, because I was originally asking really about the map updates, you know, because we all need to know when that's coming out. But so he's basically said that, you know, all the contractual stuff is already done, all the contracts are already done, and that, you know, the contract teams are working on the exchange part already, and now it's really just getting the animations and stuff ready, you know, the real front end for the map. And, and he said, Mark, he said, this is going to be so big. It's going to be so big.
Man, I
This
am
is,
looking forward to it. Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't get an exact nail down time frame, but it's a matter of a few weeks, I think.
Awesome. Is that for the
Yeah.
exchange or the map update or?
For the map update, but
Wow.
because things are kind of, you know, because the contract guys are working on the exchange stuff already, and really the map is kind of the big, it's a big deal, you know,
Yeah.
to try and get it all done. So it could even be that they, you know, once one of them comes out, or sorry, once the map comes out, the exchange phase could be quick snap after that too. There won't be a lot of breathing room between those two stages.
Okay, so the map update and then the exchange right after. You're thinking?
Yeah, I mean that's generally the plan right now. I mean,
Okay.
obviously he doesn't want to skim anything off the animations and stuff for, you know, for the map. So you never know. One might be ready before the other. Who knows?
Yeah, that's wonderful. You
Yeah.
know, it's going to be, that exchange is going to be really interesting because I know that transition from, what was it, trade ups, I think, to the exchange. And
Hmm.
so when we talk about the exchange, and I don't know if you can comment at all or if he's shared any of this, but it's intuitive, right? That you can exchange in-game assets for out-of-game assets, right? So the actual bullet tokens and health tokens and mafia for in-game things, in-game cash and
Hmm.
so forth, right? But will that extend to items as well? So and I asked that question in Telegram earlier today, and Jacob gave me the spooky ghost, the winky spooky ghost
Yeah.
emoji. So I interpret that as maybe, but yeah, if that, I mean, if that exchange process could be larger than just going back and forth between tokens and currency, which I think is awesome in and of itself. But if it also enables, you know, potentially trading in 2 Douglas planes for a jet, you know, something like that too, that could be really cool.
Yeah, I also asked that, because again, it came up even on the stream yesterday, when I think Bob was saying, you know, can you trade up multiple different low-level cars for a high-level car, that sort of thing. But we don't know. I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's one thing which we need to be really conscious of as the players when we're thinking about that sort of level. You know, yes, you can have $500,000 cars, but those 5 collectively are still not worth the same as a $500,000 car. You know, that $500,000 car,
Sure.
because it's the full level rank. You know, it's the full, you know, it's the number one. So it's really about how many is in supply. Obviously, there's a lot less. That has more value to it. You know, so we really don't know until the game goes live, because I still don't think anything on the marketplace. I think that right now it's just pie in the sky. It's whatever people are willing to pay for it. But we clearly don't know the value of these things until the game goes live. But me personally, from my own, the way I'm approaching it is bullets and health, in-game cash, bullets and health, you know, is in-game cash, bullets, health, a helper credits. Those
Yeah, I
are
think that's fair.
I think those are the big things that people are kind of overlooking, because they want, you know, they want all the bodyguards. Yes, the bodyguards are extremely important, don't get me wrong, of course. But I do think that, you know, in-game cash, bullets, health, and the helper credits are going to be key to my rogue person's success. What we're saying in this game so far.
Yeah, no, I think that's a safe play. I think it's smart. And right now, I mean, like they all have different properties. Like we know that bullets have a big impact on family worth, right? We know that health has a big impact on personal worth. But we also know currently I'm taking all of that stuff with a grain of salt. I mean, yeah, you can buy a bunch of bullets and pump your family health or family rank. You could do that right now, but you could also buy a bunch of that and then be saddled with, something that might not be as worth as much in the future, potentially. But the fact that you can, you have bullets and you can transition those out of the game, I think that's a safe play and smart as well. But as far as the interplay with like family rankings and all of that stuff, there's so much that we don't know. We know that skill and some of the other factors are going to come into play and shake up that ranking that you guys were talking about yesterday. So yeah, I think Bob nailed it on the head yesterday. Just that there's so much that we don't know right now, and so much can change. I think Kool-Aid mentioned in the past he's just trying to collect everything, and that's kind of my stance right now as well. I've sold very little on the marketplace. I think I sold maybe 3 or 4 items just to do it, and I wasn't particularly selective about those items. But yeah, everything for me right now is just purchasing everything because we don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, is that kind of a general rule for the rest of your family as well, or is it just your own initiative, your own game?
That's me personally. I certainly share those thoughts, but everybody has a different take on how they want to play. I mean, for us, I think it's well known at this point. The only thing that we do is we just have a rule that we don't sell business objects. I think that for us, it makes a lot of sense. That's really the only guidance that I put out, or as really rule that I put out as far as what to buy and really what to do with your inventory. But I think just in general, I think most of us probably have been doing that, just buying up everything and maybe focusing on bullets, maybe focusing on health. Everybody's got a different take and will have a different play style, but yeah, I think just in general, that's what we're doing collectively.
I mean, it seems like a smart move. It's working so far.
So far, so good. We'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, I mean, for us, I'll be honest with you, there's no scenario where the directorate doesn't meet our goals. There really is no scenario. There's one, but I wouldn't go into that. But yeah, there's really no scenario where we don't win. It's pretty simple. That's by design. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're just gonna win. I love it. Yeah. And I have to say, like, even with all the banter that goes back and forth, I think it's great that you guys are talking to each other. You guys are helping each other out. You guys are speculating together. Like, how is this actually really going to work between us all? I don't think it's going to come out of the gate and people are just going to start going crazy. I mean, obviously there's some people that have targets on their back. But I think overall, the general consensus is we all want to win. But of course, you have to practice killing someone. You need to know what it's like to kill someone.
Well, for sure,
you just have
right?
To. You have to.
Yeah, I mean, and for right now, I will say a couple of weeks ago, I know the map update's taking a while. I know that it's going to be big. And everybody's really looking forward to it. But there was kind of a lull in momentum, right? And I think that a lot of people in the community I know within our family and other families, everybody was kind of feeling that, and I was feeling it, right? I was feeling it like a little while ago. And there was one week in particular, I was really kind of down, just like I just want to get into the game and start playing it right and doing things. Going back in time, going back in like TYRH days and, waiting around for TYRH before, looking forward to it. And then we find ourselves in this holding pattern again. I know it's going to be worth it. I've known that all along and I've never doubted that. But I hit this point where it's just like, you know what? We came out of the starting block, kind of going full throttle. I think a lot of us did. So I hit this point where it's just like, you know what? For this to be sustainable, for this to be something that we can look forward to. It's really important to work with the other folks in the community to help build up the game. It doesn't help by infighting in Telegram, and especially when you're trying to bring new people in and that kind of thing. So I think it makes sense just to work together. There will come a time when maybe that's not as much the case, right? Once the game goes live, but we'll have to see how that all plays out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree with everything you just said there. I think one thing that we need to be conscious of as a community, right? Because this is a stage launch, it's quite easy, and I was discussing this with Kool-Aid a long time ago. It's quite easy to get to a stage where you feel almost a little bit burnt out, because you're going full hell for leather, and nothing really happens for a few weeks, and you've been throwing yourself in and throwing yourself in and throwing yourself in, and you kind of feel like it's quite easy just to recycle the stuff that you did a couple of weeks ago. Even if it's just talking about it and speculation, it's quite easy to do that. But that's why I'm really so happy when I see the community, even just getting behind this little X initiative. The past couple of weeks on X, it's getting there. And like I said earlier, I'm starting to notice it, because I'm starting to get a lot of DMs from these scam promoters offering to promote it. Just the fact that they're even in my DMs is a positive thing for us. It shows that we're getting noticed, even if it might not be the number one person we want to get noticed by, but for sure that will come in time. And things like now with your Mafia HQ, I think this is great. I'll make a lot of content about this. I really will. And hopefully then we can get it all up on X, and people can share out these little segments as we go. I even think a lot of this stuff is pretty good for for YouTube Shorts, like a 60-second short.
Absolutely, yeah.
Go through one of the just to get the content out there. I think it's great.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that. And like I said, any feedback that you might have, I'd be more than happy to take a look at it and incorporate what makes sense. I've been thinking about doing like really short tutorials as well. I may get to that. But a lot of this, again, all of the X promotion that we've been working on, particularly for myself, and putting energy into this is really, I mean, kind of a, I don't know how to say it, maybe like I mentioned, a few weeks ago, being a little bit down about things. I was putting a lot of energy in. I wanted to redirect the energy away from just bitching, and just like, like, when is it going to launch? I didn't want to be that guy. And I was like, man, like one day I woke up, I was like, man, I'm getting sick of myself. Right. Just like, what am I doing? Right. So I was just like, you know what? To hell with this. Let's start building up the community. Let's at least building up awareness, right? Even if we're not getting massive followings right now, we know that we're setting the groundwork for that. And that's going to be really important to take advantage of when the game goes live and when some of these bigger updates go live. And again, mad credit to Super and to Max and to everybody else in the directorate, the syndicate, the hustlers, all of those families, right? And to everybody else. I love the oh my gosh, the name is escaping me right now. The Mad King. I love that initiative by Bob. Really
same.
To support that as well. I think that's fantastic.
Perfect. Cool. So I think that's kind of it. Do you want to let people know how they can really get in touch with the syndicate, the directorate, basically?
Absolutely. The easiest way would be to jump out to www.mafia-hq.com. You can jump into the family section down there. You can find us in there. If you want to find us directly in Telegram, you can just go to join the directorate, t.me/join the directorate. That you can find us there. That's would launch you into our recruiting section. You can also find us in the Hex Token Discord. The link for that is in Mafia HQ as well. And you can always find me on Twitter. So it's archipelago_PLS out on Twitter.
Great, awesome stuff.
Awesome,
hey, really, thanks for your time. I know I kind of caught you a bit off guard. I think it was just I saw this come up and I was like, okay, we need to discuss this.
Oh no, man! I was happy to do it. I was happy to do it. I had to go get some dinner. I was getting the look, so I had to go do that before I got in trouble.
No worries. Hey guys, anyone out there, if you are watching us on YouTube, go over across to X and Twitch and follow the same channels. KvltDeFi, you can see it down there. KvltDeFi on all of the channels, even on Telegram. If it's the thing you want to get in touch with me directly, my DMs are open on X, but it's probably easier to get me on Telegram. Okay. If it's a thing you want to reach out to any of the families and discuss, you know, what they can do for you, it doesn't necessarily have to be the directorate, it doesn't necessarily have to be the OGs or anybody else, or gearheads. If you just want to find out which family might suit your strategy for gameplay, just go into the banner down the bottom, t.me/PLS Mafia, or on BNB, t.me/BNB Mafia game. Okay. Yeah, like, subscribe, notification bells, all that stuff. If you want to donate to the channel, it's KvltDeFi.pls.fyi. Actually, if you are on PostChain, get yourself a PostChain domain. Okay, it's an easy way to market. It's an easy way to market PostChain. It's exactly what we need more of. We just need more marketing, more pushing it out there. Pulse is going to do its own thing in its own time, okay? And in that meantime, we keep doing what we're doing right now, and that is keep building. Thanks very much, Jacob and team. Keep smashing the marketing. Thanks everyone who's here. People like Superman, thank you very much. Crypto Pride, if you're watching, looking forward to your BNB Mafia content, which is going to be coming out soon. You know, there's a hell of a lot. And once we have this regular people and all this regular data gets added into Archie's wiki, we're in it to win it. We're going to get there, guys. We're really going to get there. So thanks very much. That's it from me. Archie, I will chat to you in the green room in a second. You guys are awesome, right? Good luck, boys and girls. Catch you later.